Welcome back to the Gym Office. I'm joined today by SVP and EMEA Director of MIndbody, Mr. Kevin Teague. And I've invited him into the office, to the Gym Office actually, to tell us a bit more about MIndbody, both how it's developed as an entrepreneurial story and how really it's being used in the UK and across the world to help people book and manage their time and get as fit as possible. So Kevin, tell me a little bit about the history of MIndbody and what brings you here and why I've chosen you to support our new gym next door.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. We're a software-based company that started in California, and I think the timing was around 1999-2000 when our two founders, Rick Stolmeyer and Blake Beltran, they were childhood friends, and they both wanted to start a company, and they'd realized that a lot of the local fitness businesses in Los Angeles were still trying to manage their business on pencil and paper. And they would walk into a business and realize that everyone there was trying to keep records on customers on Post-it notes, big calendars placed on the front desk, and they just seemed to be pulling their hair out, trying to figure out which of their customers was, where they were with their account with the business. And one of them taught themselves Microsoft Access and built kind of the first version of the product, which was just a basic client management tool. Okay. And it would be installed on their computers, and they would use it to check people in and see if people were up to date with payment. If you fast forward 18, 19 years, that kind of concept is the same, which is we've made this product that is designed to optimize the way a business can perform, from their bookkeeping to their scheduling to their customer management, their point of sale, and basically to help them grow and give them the right tools they need to be really successful in today's modern age.
So effectively what you're doing is taking the pain out of running a studio or a gym or a PT business.
Right.
So they can just get on with running the business and you're kind of looking after all the stuff behind.
Ideally, yes. Yeah, there's still pain in running the business, but I think that we really try to alleviate some of it. And a lot of our focus is trying to send more business to fitness studios, and anyone in the fitness industry who's trying to grow, we're trying to send them more business their way.
Yeah. And
then make them smarter about their own customers and their own products, and trying to almost give them artificial intelligence into what's going on behind the scenes with their business, so they make the right decisions.
So as you were saying, you've got tens of thousands of very happy customers across the globe, now here in the UK and doing really well. What kind of big insights have come out, say most recently, from the technology that you've been able to share with your clients that's kind of facilitated them running their businesses better, do you think?
Yeah, a lot of the insights that we try to bring to our customers is we want them to understand who their best customers are, when is the best time of day to serve them, who their best staff members are at the business.
Okay.
We want them to also be able to publish their services in all the different channels that people look for stuff. So we integrate with Google Search. If you do a Google search, within the results you can see times and people can book through that. In Instagram, we've got an integration there where people can book through Instagram. We've partnered with Under Armour with some of their apps to make sure that we're there.
Yeah.
So that's probably the most recent stuff, and then we've also gotten into kind of the biometric tracking side of fitness. A lot of people have made tracking their own heartbeat and their own activity during fitness a really fun, competitive thing.
Gamification of fitness.
Exactly, and some people are really into that. So we've tried to really cater to that area of technology as well.
Okay, and in terms of, I guess in the last 2 to 3 years there's been an explosion in the boutique fitness market, particularly in the UK.
Absolutely.
Do you see that continuing, and do you think that the tool that you've got is kind of really important to the continuing success of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely in the UK, and I've noticed specifically within the M25, kind of in the London area, it's definitely at the tip of the spear of boutique fitness. And we've noticed too, if you go outside of that space, a lot of people don't recognize boutique fitness as a thing. It's not a term that resonates well in the North. And so I see definitely continuing outside of London. It is starting to grow pretty rapidly.
Because you were saying you're now based up in Sheffield.
I'm in Sheffield, and it's starting to grow up there. There are some great boutique fitness businesses starting to grow in Sheffield and expand in that area.
And typically, people that are obviously using the MIndbody app, both from a consumer point of view and from a business point of view, are you seeing that they're doing fitness more regularly because they're booking? Or do you find that they're just doing the same amount, but they're more consistent about when they're doing it?
What we're noticing is people are, especially the younger generation, a lot of them will want to try different types of fitness. Yeah. And they may not have, it's different for different people, but they may not have the brand loyalty that older generations have. Yeah. And for them, it's kind of this candy store experience where they want to take a boutique spin class one day, and they want to take this amazing, completely experiential yoga class the next day. Yeah. And then their friends are going down the street to a HIIT class, and and someone has a personal trainer. They're kind of bouncing around, especially within London, the different services. That's definitely been a change in behavior that we haven't noticed. And people are willing to pay a lot more as well within the London area for high-end fitness, and they expect a lot out of it. I mean, they want a completely experiential experience if they're going to pay that much money.
And in terms of where you see the future, do you think, we were talking briefly before we rolled camera about some of the stuff that you're doing and developing, educational aids to go alongside, the core app. Right. Did you see that as becoming more of a feature of what you're going to be offering to clients and to consumers? Yeah,
one of our newer features is we have it's a virtual personal trainer where personal trainers can record video of how to properly go through exercises in a routine. And the purpose is to have basically a TV app up. Yeah. And a personal trainer's customer can watch the video in different stages along the routine to make sure that they're doing it right. People like to, some people are very visual and they want to self-correct and make sure that they're doing exactly what someone told them.
And do you think that, so you were speaking again earlier about, with Lydia and I, about obviously the experiential stuff that you're doing with clients. Is that kind of part of the process as well? Is that very important to you, this outreach and engaging the consumer and getting to try new things?
Yeah, definitely. We want to be the backbone of technology for the wellness industry. Some people have said that we're in some ways like the Uber of fitness, where we want to be this marketplace where people can search and find and discover new things that really resonate them and connect with them. And so that's definitely something that we're trying to do, which is bring it all together. Yeah.
So do you think, do you ever open boutiques yourselves, I guess?
We have a lot. I mean, I personally haven't, but we have a lot of people that work for MIndbody that are running their own boutique businesses on the side. And then we have employees that have left the company, ran their own business, and then after 5 or 6 years have returned back. And they have this wealth of knowledge to share with the internal teams on what's really happening out
there. And in terms of next steps, for you guys, you were saying about moving into Asia and so on. Is that a big opportunity, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely have a presence within North America, within Canada and the US. And what we're noticing is that it seems like the high-end fitness trend, a lot of it seems to be spearheaded by the US and Australia. Yeah. And then the UK is maybe a few years behind those two countries. And then there's this whole other wave of countries behind the UK. Yeah. And so we're hoping to be part of just this kind of revolution happening around the world.
And you mentioned about the Under Armour, so do you see yourself interacting with wearable devices and things like that going forward?
We don't currently do that, but we're trying to listen to our customers and find out what's important to them and try to be there from a technology perspective.
And going back to as a customer itself, what we found is that we're able to schedule classes a lot more efficiently around our clients. And is that, do you think, the main win for a small business?
It's definitely, scheduling, it doesn't seem that complicated, but when it comes to all the nuances of scheduling the right class with the right customer, it's definitely a pain point for a lot of businesses, and we want that to be as pain-free as possible.
So again, obviously you must visit a lot of boutique fitness studios. Who do you think, or what assets or facets of that, so somebody might be watching saying, I've been in the PT and the fitness industry for 10, 15 years, I'm really enthusiastic, I want to open my own studio. What do you think, what are the perhaps, that magic ingredients that, you think make it happen?
Well, opening your own studio, you actually can build up a lot of the revenue before you've opened your doors. We've noticed a lot of our really savvy customers, they're actually pre-selling memberships before the doors open, which seems like an impossible task. But when you do things like sell, lifetime guaranteed membership rates, it creates a real buzz around a new studio opening up. And what you really want to do is on your first day, already be making money at that point. And so they would use our product to basically target potential customers, build the membership packages outright, and then get the right marketing and communication out before the doors open.
So do you think there's that phrase from Waynesville, build it and they'll come? Do you think do you think it's very location specific, or do you think if you've got a great facility, people will find you? Or do you think it's a mixture of the two?
My personal opinion is that it's fairly location specific. I think a lot of people, they'll decide, it depends who the customer is, but a lot of very busy people will decide on where they're going to exercise or do fitness based on where they work or where they live. And so I think location is probably a little more important than the facility. But there's definitely there are people that would drive miles to go to the right place if they have the time and money.
Absolutely. And in terms of what you perceive as the most important win for the client, for the individual, I guess that's the ability to shop around and experience new things and just discover stuff.
To shop around, to engage with the brand more, to use technology to connect with them on the social media level, to leave reviews for them. There's definitely more in communication as well with our product.
So more of a two-way conversation.
Exactly.
Okay, so just to wrap up then, I know you're pressed for time, and I know you really want to have a go on the punch bag. What would be your, say, 3 things that you would advise somebody coming into the fitness industry for the first time to do or to have ready if they're going to be opening a studio or even joining a large fitness club as a manager or something? What do you think? What are the qualities do you think that you need to succeed? And other than obviously having your app,
I think one thing is really, really figure out what is the number or the metric that you need to be successful, and a lot of it's around how full your classes need to be before you hit that break-even point. So if you have a class with 20 spots in it, and you know that you need to fill at least 9 on average to break even, know what that number is and really go after it. The second thing is, I work for MIndbody, so I would say use our product to find out which of your customers are the most valuable for you, which ones come in the most, spend the most, engage with your brand the most, and wrap your arms around those customers and make sure they're taken care of. And then the second is probably always doing something to market and grow your
Yeah.
business to bring in new customers.
Yeah, so don't settle.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. Hopefully we'll get you back once you've assimilated to life in Sheffield and you can tell us about further world domination. And without further ado, we'll take you over to the punch bag and see if you've got what it takes.
Great, thanks, Daniel.
With biosynergy, you can make it happen.